So today the Mist faced off against the Breeze in what was a crazy game. It was a game where I don't even know how to describe how this game started. At the end of the day, it's a 3v3 game. And it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Um the players clearly cared on both sides. Like the Breeze were absolutely devastated. The Mist were over the moon. Like Alicia Gray, who had been the best player on the Mist team, basically benched for the entire second half. And Enrique Magnet Ball. Enrique Magnet Ball won the game. Like, I gotta be real here. It was Enrique Magnet Ball. Like, I've never been so certain of an air ball in my life. I mean this. So, the ball chucks up. Enrique chucks a terrible shot when they need a three to win. Stewie gets the board right there. And then, in the end, the ball is chucked to Enrique, sidesteps, and hits the three. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm sorry. When the ball is here, I don't think I could have been more certain of an air ball to the right in my life. It looked so much like an air ball. Bang. Like, and the thing is like Cam Brink as well was absolutely on the defensive end, was a monster down the stretch. She was an absolute monster. Like, she just kept squatting Stewie. And I see it. I see the upside in Cam Brink. I don't know if she'll ever reach that upside, but I see the upside that people are talking about. But the one player that I actually thought was really good up to a point on today, um, I liked how she stayed aggressive, and it was Paige, and it down the stretch, again she shot the ball once. Like, the Breeze were in control. Like, if you look at score, the Breeze started off 13-0 ahead. Like, they were up 14 points halfway through. And by the way, Stewie was on 3 fouls. Stewie picked up her third foul here. So Stewie's out of the game with 3 fouls. They're 16-2 ahead. This game should have been over. And they just, like, 26-10, no scores for a while. 28-14. They had big leads. And again, in the second quarter, they brought it back to 6 at halftime. A bit of a Enrique Magnet ball helped. But then in the second half, the Breeze did really well. They were doing real well. As you can see here, 10-point lead at 62-50. And then there's this huge swing moment right here where Paige missed a shot, and Stewie runs Stewie runs it in. And this is again at the start of the fourth quarter. So 11 is needed. Stewie runs in a layup, and she gets hacked. No call. Paige Bueckers comes down, and I actually tweeted out right after, like, Paige Bueckers runs down the floor when she hits this 3-point shot. This is one of these, like, confident, I feel like I'm the best player on the floor. I'm pulling. This is a 3-on-2, and I'm pulling in transition. Bang. Stroke with confidence, 10-point lead. Like, all they need is 6 more points. They have a 10-point lead, 6 more needed. And from then on, Paige took one more shot, which was a tough pull up. It was genuinely a tough pull up, but Paige took one shot the rest of the way, which is not ideal. On the defensive end, I didn't think she was bad. I didn't think Paige was bad overall, but I'm like, I would rather see the team go down swinging with Paige chucking than, like, Rikia Jackson being the player kind of going down the stretch. Like, even when like when they're coming back into it, Paige took 2 shots. She missed it would have been a tough layup. This actually would have been a really tough layup, to be fair. She shot a pull up and she missed a layup, but I'm like, you have a 10-point lead, 6 needed. This is where it's like, look, you need a shot maker to take you home, and it was a shot maker in Enrique that won it for the Breeze. And I don't believe there's a Kelsey Mitchell might be and Chelsea Gray are the only two better, like, guard shot makers in the W, or like even either whether it be the W or Unrivaled in women's basketball than Paige Bueckers. I think her ability to shoot from the mid, the pull up three ability, and by the way, Paige has got to start shooting more pull up threes. I'm sorry, she shoots it too well to never shoot it. Like, some of those pull up middies, I understand. her like points per possession are crazy high. Like Paige Bueckers is statistically probably the best isolation scorer in women's basketball, and I fully agree with that. Like Paige as an ISO scorer is fantastic. Like isolation scoring in general in basketball isn't efficient. Paige is an efficient isolation scorer. She makes isolation scoring efficient, which is actually incredible. But it's like it's still these are the type of things you just want to see more out of her. Like it'll be one of these ones here. The wait, they don't have the pull up. Damn, they didn't show the pull up. That's not a great one. That's not a great one. But overall, like again, when it came down to the box score, I think Enrique, it was just Enrique magnet ball. I thought Stewie was probably the best player on the floor overall. Enrique went magnet ball at the end, 5 and 9 from three. But if you're looking again through that team, I thought Brink. How many blocks did Brink have? 4. Brink -10. Paige 0. Rikia +4. Malonga was +0. But like Malonga had 18 and 14. Paige had 17 points on 22 shots. I mean, that's one of those things where it's like Rikia literally, and it's funny, Paige Bueckers, like she was flailing today. She was kind of hitting the deck, and she got fouled a couple of times that weren't for shots. But it's like people are like, oh, Paige couldn't even get a foul. I'm like, well, yeah, she was literally just hitting the deck. She was just hitting the deck. And all around, like I didn't think she was terrible today, but I just wanna like I I mean this when I say this, like I've yet to even see I've yet to see the Wings lose a game where Paige Bueckers has gone out swinging. Like Enrique, by the way, Enrique's nowhere, not even in the stratosphere of as Paige, the basketball player. Like Enrique is one of the most frustrating players to watch. Genuinely. She is incredibly frustrating. But like Enrique as a player, you're looking at her and you're like, that last shot, she chucked a 3 for game so badly off that it hit the backboard. Enrique, one of her threes that she made was a bank. And like her shot is liable to go anywhere. But still, Enrique literally shot her team to a win. And Enrique often shoots her teams out of wins. And that's just what I want to see from Paige. Just once. Just once. I want to see it one way or another. I want to see Paige Bueckers shoot her team out of a game or winning a game. One or the other. Because I just don't want to see her become a passenger. I don't want to see her be part of the Rickea Jackson show. I don't want to see her when it comes down to it, especially in an Elam ending game where you need a bucket. Just quote unquote doing the right thing, man. It's 3-on-3. A lot of the time the right thing is you getting it up. So honestly, it is a frustrating thing with Paige where it's like, I really want to see it in the WNBA season. Like, because I'm actually confident enough in Paige that if she's aggressive, she's going, like, her team is going to win more. Like, she's going to shoot her team to wins more often than she's going to shoot her team to losses. And in close games. So for the Wings, she needs to stop deferring. And like the Wings are bad. The Wings were bad last year. And like in all of those close games, she was a passenger as they lost a lot of close ones. The fact is like if Paige isn't going to shoot, especially if the Wings kind of have a similar setup now, and if Paige isn't taking shots, they're going to lose. So at least if Paige is shooting the ball, she gives them a chance of winning. And that's the thing where it's like when your guard play becomes kind of easy to predict. Like Paige was struggling on an island with Stewie, who, by the way, defensively, Stewie's as good as she's been since 2023. This is the best Stewie's looked at any stage, whether it be Unrivaled last year, WNBA. But yeah, that is it. Look, I'm not going to say it was a bad performance by Paige. It really wasn't. I'm not going to say they choked or anything. I think, as much as anything, I think the Miss took it off them. But yeah, that's the video. I'll see you guys.